Por ti, para ti, lo hice por ti, es para ti. Same words, different preposition, and one of the biggest headaches in Spanish. We know that English often uses for both, but Spanish doesn't. And amigas y amigos, welcome back. This is Profe Juan, and by the end of this video, you'll understand the core difference between por and para and why translating for just doesn't work. And remember, if you missed part 1 and 2 of our preposition series, go watch those videos after this one, of course, because today we're putting everything together. So let me remind you first, a preposition connects ideas, okay? We have words like in, on, at, to, for, with, by, and it sounds like a song, but all of them are prepositions. And one of the biggest mistakes beginners make is trying to translate them directly. Amigos, Spanish doesn't organize ideas exactly like English. And nowhere is that more obvious than por and para. This is how we organize everything. Para is used for goals and por for reasons, right? And of course, that's not every use, but it explains most of them. And it makes por versus para much easier, okay? Let's start with the most common confusion. When English says for you, Spanish has two options. And they do not mean the same thing. Por ti and para ti. Look at this. Es para ti. It's for you. You are the destination, the intended recipient. The thing is going towards you. That's why Spanish uses para. Now compare with lo hice por ti. I did it for you. But now you're not the destination, you're the reason. Like a song, you are the reason. I did it because of you, for your sake. That's why Spanish uses por. Same English word, different Spanish idea. Para ti, destination. Por ti, reason. That's the foundation. So if para points towards a goal, what else can be a goal? Let's talk about goals. Look at this. Estudio para el examen. I'm studying for the exam. Why para? Because the exam is the goal. The action points towards it. Let me give you more examples. Trabajo para una empresa. The company is where the work is directed. Salgo para México mañana. Mexico is a destination. Notice the pattern. A recipient, a destination, a goal. Spanish usually uses para. Sounds great, right? Now, let's flip this. What happens when we are talking about a reason? Look at this. Estudio por placer. I study for pleasure. Pleasure is not the goal. It is a reason. That's why Spanish uses por. But let me give you more examples. Gracias por todo. The reason for the gratitude. Lo hice por mi familia and my family. Yes, you're right. Is a reason. And again, reason, cause, motivation. Spanish usually uses por, right? So there is an elephant in the room here, right? We have this pair, destination and path. Salgo para Madrid, right? I'm leaving for Madrid, that's my destination. Para. But now, what if I say paso por Madrid? Tricky. I pass through Madrid. Madrid is part of the route, the path. Same city, different relationship. Now we're using por. It's not the destination, right? It's part of the path. Fantastic, right? Now, let's talk about exchange, because this one is one of my favorites, okay? It's very common, especially for beginners. Attention, exchange. Let me give you an example. Lo compré por $20. Lo compré por $20. And you can grab anything to say, lo compré por $20. It's very cheap. The money is what you gave in exchange. And that's why Spanish uses por. Let's work with more examples. Te cambio esto por eso. I exchange this for that, and that is our PlayStation or something like that. Nice deal. Trabajo por dinero. I work for money, right? Again, exchange, compensation, value, we use, of course, por. We have a pattern, think like this. Para, where something is going, goal, destination, recipient. Por, we use it for why something happens. Reason, cause, exchange, path. Don't memorize dozens of rules. Start with those two ideas, you're gonna be fine. This is why translating for doesn't work, because Spanish isn't choosing between two words. Spanish is choosing between two different relationships. So, amigas y amigos, let's do a little recap, okay? Para, recipient, destination, goal. Es para ti. Estudió para el examen. Salgo para México. For reason, cause, path, exchange. Lo hice por ti. Gracias por todo. Paso por Madrid. Lo compré por $20. The question is not, how do I translate for? The question is this a goal or a reason? That's the big idea. Now, write one sentence in the comments using por or para. For example, estudio para mi examen o lo hice por mi familia. Hey, but create your own one, right? One sentence is just enough. And if you miss part 1 and 2 of our preposition series, go watch those next, because prepositions stop feeling random when you understand the ideas behind them. Amigas, amigos, if this helped you understand por and para, like the video, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video, in the next lesson. Amigas, ciao, ciao, ciao.